Hey guys, welcome to day 9 of Funuary. For today's video, I'm going to be sharing how to nail the perfect Instagram shot. So right now I have like a guy doing like leaf blowing over there, and I was like, that is a perfect example of why I prefer Instagram, why it is one of my favorite social networks. So I'm on 4 different social networks. I'm on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, and YouTube. And with Instagram, I never have to really worry about sounds going on because I mostly just use and take photos on Instagram. And so I think that's one of the reasons why I really love Instagram, because for YouTube, I always have to think about the sounds and I want to get like good lighting and stuff. So it's a little bit more complicated with YouTube, but I really love Instagram, and that's one of the reasons why I've grown my following there to over 4,000 followers. And I believe that one of the reasons why I've done that is because I have really good photos. I have really good high quality photos. So today I'm going to be talking about how I nail the perfect shot of myself. And I want to say that the first thing and the most important thing, the thing that sets the foundation for me to have really solid, awesome photos of myself, is that everything that I do is part of my self-love journey. I take photos of myself because I love myself, and it helps me to love myself even more because I get to look at the photos of myself and really love and appreciate my body and my photography skills and everything that I love about myself. So I wanted to be sure to explain that self-love is the foundation. Okay, but now let's talk about the technical aspect of things. So as I'm going to my photo shoots, I always listen to music that gets me in the mood or in the vibe for whatever I'm feeling. Like whatever is like super high vibe, whatever feels good for me in that moment, that's what I listen to. And I've done a couple photo shoots with, actually probably more than a couple, but I've done more recently in the past couple years, I've done a couple photo shoots with professional photographers. And this is something that's been, I don't know if you guys can hear that the leaf blowing going on over there. Anyway, so with the professional photographers, they always play music during the photo shoots if they're not outside photo shoots. So if they're indoor photo shoots, they're playing music. But one of the benefits of me doing my own photo shoots is that I can listen to my music the whole way there up until the point of taking the photos. So it's like I am staying in that high vibe energy, and I'm using the music to keep me in that high vibe energy so that I'm in the best vibes for my photos. I also do my best to do my photo shoots before I've eaten anything, because the food that I eat will get me into a different frequency. So I like to usually take my photos before I've even had water or anything at all, although that's not always the case, and sometimes because of lighting I might take photos like near the end of the day. But for the most part, I do my photos like at the beginning of the day, like right after sunrise, so that I can get like the best lighting as well. So in my experience, the best lighting for photos is usually like sunrise or sunset. And because I like to take my photos before I've eaten or had anything to drink, then for me it's really about doing the photos during sunrise. I also do my photos typically in the shade because that's just like when I'll get some really good lighting. And I scout out locations. So it's not like I'm just like, oh, this is a good location, let me just do a photo shoot right now. It's like as soon as I get to a new destination during my digital nomad travels, I take a while, I take some time to look around the neighborhood, and I focus on like my color scheme and my branding, which is all like bright rainbow colors. So every time I'm like walking around the neighborhood and I see bright rainbow colors, I make a mental note of it, like, okay, I'm gonna come back here for a photo shoot. And oftentimes I will keep like a little record on my phone so that if I'm thinking about doing a photo shoot, I can look at my different options and think about like where I might want to go for the photo shoot. But most of the time I just kind of know, like, based on my timing that I have available or where I might need to go for the day, I'm like, oh, okay, let me do that one because I have to go over there in that direction anyway. So I'm very mindful of like making sure that it makes sense for my schedule and it's not like totally out of balance, unless I have a lot of time, and then, you know, I'll specifically dedicate a whole like hour or something to going to a destination, doing the photos, and then going home and like it just being for the photos. I also use an app to adjust the colors so that I can get the best colors. And I did want to say that I have an Instagram growth training where I go more specifically and more in depth into how I do this. So the specific apps that I use to optimize my Instagram photos and my Instagram at all. So on October 26th, I believe, that's when I hit like 4,000 followers on Instagram. And now I have like 4,295, so almost 300 new followers in 4 months, which is amazing. It's a 7.5% increase. That's what I calculated. So that's amazing. If you guys want to know how I did that and like the specific hashtags, like how I use hashtags, how I optimize my bio, like all the technical aspects of things that are like not as photo related. Like I said, I do talk about the apps that I use for the photos, but for the most part, it's more of like the technical aspect of things, how I use Instagram so that I can continue to grow my account, reach more people so that I can spread my message of self-love, but so you can spread your message of whatever you want to get out into the world, whether you want to grow your business. And the Instagram growth training is specifically for entrepreneurs, but anyone can use it if you just want to grow your Instagram account. So you can find the information for that. You can find the link to get the Instagram growth training in the video description, and feel free to leave any comments or questions in the comment section below if you have any comments or questions at all about my Instagram growth training or about anything I talked about with the photos and how I nail the best Instagram shot and the best Instagram photo. But lastly, I did want to say that I take a whole bunch of photos. It's not like I go and I just take one photo and I'm like, boom, nailed it. Even if I really, really, really love the first photo, I keep going. So I'll change the tiniest thing, whether it's like the position of my mouth or doing a different pose, like a tiny little adjustment with my head, and I'll look back at my photos right after I've taken, usually not after I've taken one, usually after I've taken like a few and I've done minor adjustments. Then I'll look at the photos and I'll be like, oh, I like that, but let me move my hair a little bit over, or I like that, but like let me just like pick my chin up a little, I think that'll look better. So it's like I am looking at those, and then I'll do usually a series of like similar ones, and then I'll like adjust. And usually I don't adjust the camera, usually I just adjust myself. So whether it's like I've done a series that are further back, and then I'll do a few where I'm like closer to the camera, or I'll do a few where like maybe I just move the camera up a little. Like it could be that like a more major thing. So it's like I'll do a series with like minor adjustments, and then I'll make like a more major change and switch, and then I'll take a bunch more with minor adjustments. So that's basically what I do. And some people like to bring different outfits, but because I'm usually doing photos like nearly every day, or at least once a week really, I do like a more major photo shoot. Like I do take photos every day for Instagram, but I do a more major photo shoot usually about once a week. And so like because I'm doing it that frequently, then I don't really I have a different outfit every time, and that for me is enough, because that gets me enough photos that are different. And I do go to different locations every single time so that I have a different outfit, I have a different location, and I have a different hairdo. So I make sure that, sorry tree. So I make sure that I have a different hairdo for all my photo shoots too. So those are my tips and tricks for nailing the perfect Instagram photo. Be sure to grab the Instagram growth training in the video description down below. I hope you guys found this video helpful. I love you guys, and I will see you in the next video. Love you guys. See you soon. Bye.